Hi, it's Pavel with a C# exercise from the book Visual C# How to Program. This one's chapter 16, exercise 4, called Random Sentences and Story Writer. You have the description of the assignment right here. It will be also in the description under the video. But basically what we're going to be doing is we'll have 4 arrays, each with 5 words. Each array is a string array, and we will be mixing them up to create a random sentence. So we will create a random sentence from selecting a word from the array article, which would be the, a, one, some, and any. Then we will follow by noun, which are these words, or one of them. Then verb, then preposition, and then we'll do one more article and one more noun. In other words, each sentence will have 6 words. Now they want us to capitalize the first letter of the sentence. In other words, the first word from the article should be capitalized, and finish the sentence with a period. So, alright, let's go ahead to do it. This is, by the way, a Windows form program. They want us to get the output into a text box. So this is not a console application, this is a Windows form. And I have the form already here. It's a very simple form. One button, when clicked, it will generate the sentences, 10 sentences they want us to do. And I'll put each of them on a separate line in the text box. The text box is set to multi-line. You can also use the list box, but they wanted us text box, so just set it to multi-line, and you will be able to write more than one line, obviously. Okay, so the first thing we can do, we can create a class. We'll add a class. I'll call it words. And I don't think we'll need this anymore, so I'll just close it, so there's more real estate here. Now I'm gonna copy the information right here as comments, because I'm gonna use these words. I need to populate the arrays with these words, so I have them handy here. Okay, so obviously we are going to be using a lot of random stuff, picking up the words randomly, so we'll do this first thing. We'll do random, and alright, I think that will be all. So the next thing we can do is a public words, which is the constructor. Let me see if I can comment this. This is the constructor initializes the arrays with predefined words, which are these words that we are given. Now, I'm not gonna be accessing the arrays directly. I will be accessing them through properties, and in this case, since the words are being set in the constructor, we can use the read-only properties. So it's gonna be public read-only string array called article. That's the first one. Public read-only string array called noun. That was the second array. Read-only string. It was verb, right? And the last one was preposition. Alright, so public read-only string array preposition. So now we can, since these are read-only, they have to be initialized in the constructor, and so they are get only. We are not gonna set them. They can be set only in the constructor. So article equals new string array, and I'm going to paste the words from the article, which are here. So I'll just paste them as we initialize them. That's the article. So our noun equals new string array, and we will initialize it with these words. So alright, so that's noun. Now we do verb. And initialize it with the verbs. So and you can notice that each of these arrays has 5 words, which is a good thing to know because we will be obviously looping, doing some loops. So and okay, one more, which is the preposition. And that's these words. Alright, so these are arrays, these are the properties that we will be using to access them. So we can create a method. I'll just call it public string construct sentences, or just sentence, one at a time. And it's a method. It will return string, it will return the actual sentence or constructed sentence. So I'll write a comment. Construct the sentence from 6 words. It's 6 words we need because remember we are using article, noun, verb, preposition, and then again article and noun. So and it returns the constructed sentence. Alright, so we will have a first thing, string. Actually, you know what? Never mind. We will do the words. We will have 6 words, so I'll have 6 variables: string, word 1, word 2, and so forth. But in order to get the word itself, we can create another method that will get the word. Randomly select selected word from each of the arrays. So over here I will create another. Actually, this one can be private too. We're not gonna be accessing these from outside of this class. So private string, I'll just call it get word, and we will pass a string, the array name. So this way we will know what word we are getting, or what word from what array we are getting. And we can simply use a simple switch to, you know, the array name would be, let's say, article, so we know that we are getting the word from the array article. If the argument passed is verb, we know that we are talking about the verb array. So switch the array name, and I will do simply case article. It will return article, and the index, we will return a word, which would be an index simply of random dot next, and that's 5 words, like I told you. Actually, so we know this one's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we start from 0, but not to 4, because you can see the maximum value is exclusive, in other words not included, so we need to go to 5. Then that will give us index of 0 to 4, random index. It will simply select one of the indexes which corresponds with one of the words. We don't need a break over here because it will never be reached, simply because the return will automatically exit the whole method. So our case a noun will return a word from the array noun, and again it's gonna be random. And next 0 to 5. Case this one is verb, and we will return a word from the verb array. Random does next 0 to 5. And finally we will do case preposition. That's the last one. We will return word obviously from the preposition array. So 0 to 5. And we can do actually a default, just in case something goes wrong. We will return something went wrong. Alright, so, and that's our get word. So now when we come over here, I can do I can assign let's say a variable string word 1 will equal to the get word, and I will pass the name of the array. The first word is from the array article, so I will simply pass a string called article. So it will go over here, it checks, okay, the string passed as an argument is called article, so it goes to this case and returns a random word from the article array. Now we can do the same for the word 2, get word, except this one is from I believe noun, yeah, the article, noun, then verb, string word 3 equals get. So that's verb. And you already get the gist of this, I suppose. So it's preposition and string word. Now the fifth one is the article again, and that's the sixth one, string word 6 equals get word, and this one is the noun array again. So we have our 6 words over here, and we will return a simply formatted string, and it will have the word, all 6 words in it. So it will be word space, another word space, 3, 4, and 5. So that's our 6 words. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And at the end they want us to enter a period, so I'll simply add it right there, and we will pass the actual word 1 into the placeholder, word 2, word 3, word 4, word 5, and word 6. Alright, so that's the sentence. Now if you remember, I mentioned that the first word needs to be capitalized. The words should be separated by spaces, which they are. When the sentence is output, it should start with capital letters. So we know that the first word, which is this one, word 1, needs to be capitalized. So you know what, since I'm coming with the comments, I can as well I guess enter one over here as well, just when you download the file, so it's easier to follow. So this is the get random word from array. As a parameter, it expects the name of the array to get the word from, and it returns the random word from array. Alright, but back to our capitalizing. So I'm gonna create another method. I'll call this one, it's gonna be private string. I call it capitalize. I think that's descriptive enough. And what we are capitalizing, well, we are going to pass the word that we are going to capitalize. So in the comments, I'll write capitalize the word, capitalize the first letter of the word. Okay, so that is a parameter. It's the word to capitalize. That's what's being passed into it, and we will return the word with the first letter. That's the returned. That's what we are returning. All right, so first I'm going to declare a character called capital letter, and it's gonna be empty. It's gonna be just a space, and I will create a string. I'll call it new word. It's gonna be the one that we will return. For now it's empty. So our capital letter, that's the character, equals, and we are going to get the first character from the word that we are passing as an argument. So we need to go to convert to character, and what we are converting is the word, the substring of the word. The substring gives us a portion of the word, and in this case the only portion we are interested in is one character, and it's the first one. So it's the index of 0. That's the start index, as you can see in the IntelliSense, and the end index is or the length is 1. We're interested only in one character, so this gives us the first character. So now we can just create a new word, and we will do capital letter, except this time we put it back to a string and capitalize it with the 2 upper. So that's the capital, that's the letter that we created or got from the substring over here, and we will concatenate it or add to it the rest of the word, which is the rest of the characters. So we started from 0 here, so this time the index is 1, which is the second letter, and we don't need to specify the length. It will simply take the rest of the word from the second character all the way to the end, except I forgot the substring, of course. So it's this 2 upper, my bad. Alright, so again, the capital letter converted back to string. I mean, it's just it's not capital letter yet, but it's the letter, the first letter that we got from the substring. We converted it to string, and then we converted it to uppercase, and we added to it the rest of the word, which starts from the letter or of index 1 all the way to the end of the word. And now we can simply return new word. So that is our method, and now we can come over here, and after we created the word 1, we can do the word 1 equals, and we are going to call the capitalize function and pass the word 1 in it, or it actually passes itself into it. So over here we got the random word from the array, and over here we call the capitalize, which will convert the first letter into uppercase and construct the word, puts it together. Then we will get all the other words, and over here we will return the words basically in one sentence ending with a period. So all we have to do now, come over here, I'll double click on the generate, I call it generate random sentences button. So it's an event. So all we have to do now is go words, create the object, equals new words. The constructor is empty, we don't pass anything. And we can do, I'll do it as a constant integer number of sentences. They want us to do 10, so I will do 10, but it's easier to, you know, if they change it to 20, we can simply come over here, change it to 20. And in order to reuse it, like if I click generate random sentences, I want to populate the text box, but when I click it again, I don't want to just keep adding to it. I want to clear the text box and add, you know, new sentences to it. So I will do text box of the output. That's what I called it, and I'll clear it. And now I can go and do a for loop for integer I equals 0. I is less than number of sentences. That's our constant, which is 10. And I plus plus. And in it, all we have to do is simply go to our text box, .text, and concatenate or add plus equals the words. We'll simply now call the method called the construct sentence. I think I forgot to make it public. Yeah, this is supposed to be a public method. So it's gonna be words that construct sentence, and that should just output the sentences in the text box. 10 of them, because we loop in 10 times, and it keeps adding instead of just overriding each sentence, like write a sentence and then again. If I don't use plus equals, then the sentence would be overridden. It would only be one sentence at the end, the last one that is generated. All right, let's run it. Let's see what bugs we have here. So here's my form. I click it, and yes, there is a bug, obviously. I don't need that. I don't need that. Here it is. Object reference not set to instance of an object, so I forgot to initialize something. And oh, that's the random. I have the variable random, but I never initialize it. So random equals new random. I'll put it in the constructor. So now it should be initialized. I had it there, but I don't know why I deleted it. So when I click it, okay, I get the sentences. There's 10 of them, but I want them on, obviously, in a separate line. So over here, when it constructs the sentence, I'm going to add a new line. The N will probably not work. Let me test that. I don't think that will create a new line for a text box like this. Yeah, it doesn't. So in order to do it, it's there's a environment dot new line. We'll create a new line for sure. And here are my sentences. Like I said, these are all random. Any car ran to the car. All right. Some girl jumped on a dog. That's nasty. Any boy drove from a girl. Any car drove under the dog. That's strange. A dog skipped under any dog. And you know, or you can think of whatever you want when you read these sentences. Whatever you think is appropriate or not. Some boy jumped over some car. That actually makes even sense. And now when I click again, see the text box is cleared, and I have another 10 sentences. The girl walked under some dog. She just likes to do that, I guess. any dog ran on some town. Well, you know, you get the gist of that again. So yeah, that's all really to it. Before I go, since I am doing all the comments, I'll add one here too. This one, create object of words and construct the sentence by calling the construct sentence method or function. So again, let's see if something didn't go wrong, but shouldn't. So it was just a comment. There you go. If I keep clicking, I get 10 sentences, all randomly selected words. Alright, so there you have it. I hope it was helpful. It's a fairly simple exercise. If you liked it, please like the video. Don't forget to subscribe. I try to do as many videos as I can, and I'll see you next time. Take care.